So welcome you back to VT channel. So today let us see the topic inventory management. Means, so whichever the organization is involving in the production activity. So the production process includes or it requires various kinds of materials. So these materials we used to say it is the inventory. So how we are going to manage this particular inventory, and we have to ensure that once the production process is in live or in execution, so we should ensure that the availability of raw material or the inventory without any disruption of the production process, that is the prime important responsibility of the materials manager or the inventory manager. So this particular topic will be going to understand that what is the inventory management, that will be going to understand through introduction. Then we will be going to see the objectives of the inventory management, then the need and importance of the inventory control. So earlier two topics talking about the inventory management, but the third topic it is explaining about the need for controlling the inventory effectively. So in this we'll be going to see the inventory control objectives, the inventory control functions, inventory control techniques. So here in this particular techniques we are using two kinds of tools, the inventory control tools. One is the economic order quantity EOQ, and then we have the ABC, all time better control analysis. So this is the overall glance of this particular topic which we will be going to understand. So first let us see the introduction related to the inventory management. So here it is given, a manufacturing company requires many types of material to produce any goods or service. If a company does not get the required material as needed, then the production system gets disturbed and fails to produce. So the overstock of inventory is unsuitable due to the large amount of investments on it as well as other costs associated with it. Means, so what this introductory information is talking about is, so the production activity it is going on, so we need various kinds of materials and we have to ensure that so the materials should be available without any kind of difficulty in having the required number. At the same time, we have to ensure that we should not have even more amount of inventory. If you are going to have more amount of inventory, it leads to the other kind of difficulties for you, that as you are forced to invest more amounts for procurement of these particular raw materials, and you have to once again retain them or store them, where for which once again you have to spend the additional cost for handling that particular materials. So the inventory management, it is talking about the requirement of the inventories as well as to maintain the levels of the inventory as per the required levels. So here the inventory is defined as a comprehensive list of movable items which are required for manufacturing the products and to maintain the plant facilities in working conditions. In working conditions, most of the times, like suppose if you can take the heavy engineering firms like the steel plant. So once the blast furnace is on, so it is going to be continuously in the working condition for months together. Similar like if you can take it, the sugar factories. So these particular factories, once the production activities is started in the sense, so they are supposed to ensure that the raw material, that is the sugar cane, should be available in volume to ensure that the production process will not be disturbed because of the lack of raw materials. So managing the stock at lowest cost without compromising on the production and sales activities is called inventory management. So this is the inventory management, and the objectives of this inventory management is to supply the required materials continuously, to minimize the risk of under or overstocking of the material, then to maintain systematic record of inventory, to reduce the losses or damages and misappropriation of materials, then to minimize the cost associated with the inventory and to make stability in price. So these are the objectives. First objective, what it says is materials should be available on a continuous basis, and there should not be any overstock or there should not be any understock. Second thing, it should reduce the losses, the raw materials which you are procuring. So during the process of transportation, if some of the raw materials are not in a effective condition, so this is going to hamper the production process or the quality standards of your product. So you have to identify the right set of inventory which is supplied by your supplier, and you should avoid any kind of misappropriations in material handling. Then minimize the cost associated with inventory and make stability in prices. So this is the objectives. So from this, now let us move to the next topic, the need for inventory control. Why should we control the inventory? Why should we regulate the flow of inventory? So that will be understood through this. The systematic location, storage and recording of goods in such a way the desired degree of service can be made to the operating shops at minimum ultimate cost. Most of the times nowadays we are understanding this particular topic in the management science as LSCM, logistics supply chain management. Logistics means the various kinds of methodologies that are involved in handling the materials, and the supply chain, the list of suppliers who are providing the materials to you. So these should be maintained in a systematic way. The systematic location, storage and recording of goods in such a way that the desired degree of service can be made to the operating shops at minimum ultimate cost. So with minimum inventory cost, you supposed to arrange the availability of the raw material for the production department. So this is the inventory control. So here the inventory control objectives are to support the production departments with materials of the right quality in the right quantity at the right time and the right price and from the right supplier. So here, so we supposed to identify the quality, right quantity, right time, right price and right supplier. Means, so in the process, beginning of the process itself, you are ensuring that so you are getting the best products, the best raw materials at cheaper rate in sufficient quantity in right time from the best supplier. The supplier who is ready to deliver the raw material in time to you as per the given or ordered quantity in effective condition. So this is the first objective. Second one, to minimize the investments in the materials by ensuring economies of storage and ordering costs. Economies of storage with respect ensuring the economies of storage and ordering costs. So storage cost in the sense, once you procure the raw materials, these raw materials are supposed to be stored in the warehouse. So you need to maintain large spaces for storing of these particular raw materials, which is the unnecessary wastage of your investment or your financial resources. Similar like the ordering costs. So for processing of the order every time, so the costs that are involved with respect to the transportation, with respect to the delivery, with respect to the loading, with respect to the unloading of the materials. So every time these are going to be on higher side, the costs. So you have to minimize these particular things to avoid accumulation of work in process. Work in process in the sense the products which are in work in progress environment. So generally the environment of the production will be starting at the raw material side and it is on the in the process and finally will be receiving the finished goods. So this is the raw material state, this is work in progress state and this is the finished product. So we'll be having 3 stages. So always we should avoid accumulation of work in process. Means so certain product it is halfway through, but the other components which are required to convert this semi-finished product into the finished product. So once again you kept this particular product in work in process because of the non-availability of the other product which is supposed to be added to make it as a fully finished product. So we have to avoid the accumulation of those particular things to ensure economy of cost by processing economic order quantities. Economic order quantities EOQ that we will see in the subsequent discussion in detail. To maintain adequate inventories at the required sales outlets to meet the market needs and promptly thus avoiding both excessive stocks or shortage at any given time. Most of the times we used to observe it. So in the retail markets that whenever you are going for a particular product and if the shop person says that it is out of stock, means it is going to give a negative feel because you are urgently in need of using this particular product or consuming this particular product, and with much of enthusiasm you have visited that particular shop, and if the shop person says that the product is out of stock and it's not available, so it is going to disturb your interest levels. So you have to ensure that the product should be available as per the required demand in the market. So this is the another thing to contribute directly to the overall profitability of the enterprise. So when the sales turnover it is going on a continuous regular basis with good amount of products without any kind of error complaints from the customer, so it leads to a profitability state for the organization. So these are the objectives for the inventory control. So now let us see the functions of the inventory control. So to develop policies, plans and standards essential to achieve the objectives, to build up a logical and workable plan of organization for doing the job satisfactory. Means the person who is working in this particular process, so the employee who is working in the production planning and control department, so if the products, the raw materials whichever they are required for process completion, if they are available in time, so it is going to be very comfortable and easy for him to handle that particular job without any kind of disruptions, and end of the day whatever the targeted output that he is supposed to produce, he can produce it without any difficulty. Second one, to develop procedure and methods that will produce the desired results economically. Economically in the sense, all the times by avoiding the unnecessary routings or avoiding the wastage. So we will be going to minimize the wastage and avoiding the unnecessary routing and minimizing the process time. So we will be going to get the products economically at the lesser cost, and to provide the necessary physical facilities to maintain the overall control by checking results and taking corrective actions. So this is the inventory control functions. So with this we have discussed the inventory management, its objectives, the functions and the need and importance of the inventory control, and in turn the inventory control objectives as well as functions. So this is the end of the inventory management, and in the next session we will be going to discuss about the various tools generally we use for the effective management of inventory control. Thank you.